Thank you. I thank the delegates for allowing me just to give her an extra 30 seconds. We'll add a minute and a half back to the debate. Mike 4.
Thank you. My name is Antonio Sanchez. I'm representing Local 99. I'm a delegate. What I'm going to say next, I'm going to say in Spanish and English. Muy buenas tardes, hermanos y hermanas. Mi nombre es Antonio Sánchez, yo represento el Local 99. Estoy aquí para apoyar la resolución número 103B. Necesitamos traer nuestros soldados a casa, regresar los billones que en este momento se están desperdiciando en la guerra para apoyar a los servicios públicos. De ese modo, podemos resolver las necesidades urgentes en nuestras comunidades y luchar en contra de la pobreza en nuestra casa. SEIU, miembros activos por el cambio, hoy estamos de acuerdo con miles de trabajadores que nosotros debemos acabar esta guerra y apoyar una democracia real, ambos en nuestra casa y en países extranjeros, como Irak, quienes sufrieron falsas agendas, como las armas de destrucción masiva. I rise in support Resolution 103 because we need to our troops back, return the billions now being spent on the war, and strengthen our public service so that we can meet the urgent needs of our communities and fight against poverty here at home. SEIU members, activists for reform, today agrees with thousands of working people that we must end this war and support real democracy, both here at home and in foreign countries, like Iraq, who have suffered under dictatorship. Thank you.
Thank you. Mike 2.
Hi, my name's Bobby Armstrong from SAU Healthcare, Pennsylvania. I've been an Army brat all my life, although I'm not far from a brat now. But I've been involved with the service in one way or another since I was born. We've been moved place to place to place all my life. I've been told the service is the only way to go. The service is 100% right every day, no matter what. And I can remember back at one of our SAU e-board meetings at the Holiday Inn in New Cumberland, and Tom DeBruin and Neil brought up an article. They wanted to do a resolution on Stop the War, and I was very offended. And a part of me's torn because I felt it was the right thing to do. I felt it was the wrong thing to do. And back then, I kept after them until they made some changes. I'm here to tell you today, I was wrong. I was wrong because there's people that can't afford to live. There's people who don't have health insurance. There's people who can't get homes. And we're spending millions and millions and millions overseas on a war that we shouldn't have started to begin with.
Delegates, please, with delegates keep speaking. Thank you.
If my father were here, I'd probably be shot. My father, and I have to be proud of him, he's the only non-college graduate to graduate from the Carlisle War College. He retired as Chief of Staff for Pennsylvania. So he's really deep into what's been going on. I can honestly tell you, my father told me just a couple months ago, the war is wrong. And if I can see a man that's lived that long in the service change his opinion, then I know in my heart that my change of opinion is also correct. So I beg all of you to get out, join Labor Against the War, join. Spread the word, talk to people, because if we don't do it, no one else will, and it's got to stop now. Thank you.
Mike 5, thank you.
Good afternoon, delegates. My name is Carol O'Neill, proud member of SEIU Local 20, Byron Hobbs president, and soon to be member of SEIU Healthcare, Illinois, Indiana, Keith Kelleher, president. I come to you today because before the war started officially, I was very depressed. I went to every demonstration I could think of because I knew that this would happen. The people would be killed, the heartbreak, the anguish. And it was very depressing before that, and we have to continue to fight it because United States President and leadership right now has chosen to protect oil over human needs, such as health care and such as ending AIDS. They have been loss of lives to United States citizens, Iraqi citizens, and people all over the world. They have decreased funding to states and counties. They have lowered the quality of Medicaid reimbursement that our hospitals and our patients can get, and our co-workers the type of insurance we cannot get, again, because of this war. This war is the biggest problem facing this country, and the billions that are spent on it every day. For that, I rise in support of this amendment. The other thing I wanted to say is there's great debate at this convention about differences that we all have to make this union a strong union, but we believe in this union. And one good thing that we did is before we joined in, members drove for us to go to the march against the war. And myself, and our local 4 members, we went to New York and Washington twice. We raised the money for our bus. We went to our leaders, Byron Hobbs, Tim Thomas Hale. We marched against the war, and it was a fantastic experience for us. And when we came there in our purple shirts, we met other purple. And this is what we need to do. We have to be more involved and visible as SEIU and all, whatever, not just marches, but that helps too. Thank you.
Thank you. We've had a number of speakers for. Mike 4, I believe, is against. Mike 4.
Okay, my name is Stephen Broom from SEIU Local 1000. I'm actually speaking in opposition to this. I have a son-in-law that's in his 3rd tour in Iraq right now. I have a daughter that served there for a year right after the invasion. I am a veteran. My dad was a veteran. My son-in-law has 2 Purple Hearts and a Bronze Star. No one wants to bring our troops home faster than me. My son-in-law is going to have a child in 2 weeks. But what offends me is we're using the blood of his comrades to justify our point here. I move that we strike the last 2 paragraphs of this amendment and support bringing the troops home and providing them the health care they need and not tack on anything to their sacrifice. Thank you.
Do we have those last 2 paragraphs he's talking about?
Is there a second? It's moved and seconded to amend the resolution by striking, and we'll work with you here to make sure we get it on the board. I believe the last, I'm looking for, loose 2 paragraphs prior to the paragraph on bringing the troops home. Is that correct? Could someone, Sergeant Lawrence, please work with the, Judy, you want to get up? Thank you. General Counsel will work with the gentleman to make sure we have the correct thing. There's a motion, there's a second. The discussion is on just the amendment, which would, I believe, leave, therefore be it resolved, but at least include bring the troops home.